Hello Gates Randolph Scott was born George Randolph Scott on January 23, 1898, in Orange County, Virginia, into a refined Southern family that emphasized integrity, discipline, and education. His father was a respected textile executive, and his mother was known for her grace and manners. Growing up in Charlotte, North Carolina, as one of 7 children, Scott developed a quiet confidence and moral strength that later became trademarks of his screen persona. Initially planning to pursue a career in business or engineering after attending Georgia Tech and the University of North Carolina, his path changed after serving as an artillery officer in World War I. The experience left him with a renewed sense of purpose, and a trip to California in the early 1920s introduced him to the allure of Hollywood. With his tall frame, striking looks, and calm charm, he began working as an extra and stuntman before earning speaking roles, quickly establishing a reputation for humility and perseverance. By the 1930s, Randolph Scott had become a reliable presence in Hollywood, appearing in a variety of films before finding his true calling in westerns. His strong voice and commanding yet understated presence helped him create one of cinema's most iconic cowboy figures, stoic, noble, and morally grounded. Movies like The Last of the Mohicans, 1936, Western Union, 1941, and The Desperados, 1943, solidified his image as the quintessential Western hero. In the 1950s, his collaborations with director Bud Boetticher, including 7 Men From Now, 1956, Ride Lonesome, 1959, and Comanche Station, 1960, became legendary. These films presented him as a man haunted by regret but guided by honor, mirroring his own disciplined life off-screen. Unlike many stars of his era, Scott avoided scandal and excess. He carried himself with quiet dignity, managing his finances wisely and later retiring with grace after his final film, Ride the High Country, 1962. Scott's personal life revealed 2 distinct chapters. His first marriage, in 1936, was to heiress Marion DuPont, daughter of the wealthy DuPont family. She was an accomplished horse breeder and the owner of Montpelier, President James Madison's former estate. Though their worlds briefly merged, they eventually grew apart. He was absorbed in Hollywood while she remained dedicated to her Virginia estate. Their marriage ended amicably in 1939, and although they had no children, she kept his last name for the rest of her life. In 1944, Scott married actress Patricia Stillman, a union that brought him lasting happiness. The couple adopted 2 children, Sandra and Christopher, and built a peaceful life together away from the public eye. Their marriage lasted over 4 decades until Scott's death, making it one of Hollywood's rare lasting love stories. Yet despite his calm public image, there was one man in Hollywood Scott could not stand, John Wayne. Though both were seen as Western icons, their personalities clashed deeply. Scott, the quiet craftsman, valued restraint and integrity, while Wayne embodied loud bravado and showmanship. Scott once said he never cared for Wayne, describing him as the opposite of everything he admired. He believed Wayne's performances were exaggerated, more about image than authenticity. Their differences extended beyond acting styles. Wayne's loud political opinions and his decision to avoid military service during World War II particularly bothered Scott, who viewed it as a mark of hypocrisy. To him, Wayne represented a Hollywood version of heroism, flashy, shallow, and self-promoting. Though they never clashed publicly, the tension between them became known throughout the industry. Scott would quietly leave parties when Wayne arrived, preferring distance over confrontation. Their mutual acquaintances, including stars like Gary Cooper and Joel McCrea, often avoided mentioning one in front of the other. For Scott, the dislike was personal and unwavering. He once remarked coldly that John Wayne was the last man I'd ride the range with. Despite their differences, both shaped the Western genre in lasting ways, Scott through moral subtlety, Wayne through larger-than-life heroism. Randolph Scott passed away in 1987 at age 89 in Beverly Hills, leaving behind a legacy of quiet strength, professional integrity, and enduring respect, both on and off the screen.